You mentioned Nathan Law, but of course there are many other people as well people have gone to Taiwan or tried to get to Taiwan. People have turned up in Germany, people have turned up in the United Kingdom. And so it is now a serious problem. It's not just a one-off, a pattern of conduct is developing, which is of great concern. Because these other countries, you see, are actually encouraging criminal suspects to abscond by promising them safe haven if they go to their countries. So this is like a magnet to them to disregard the bail conditions which are being imposed. So this is a whole new ballgame, and the courts have to realise that, and where it seems to be that some magistrates are not fully aware of the problems that are now arising, which has resulted in bail being granted either on very weak terms or in circumstances where it should not have been granted at all. In many of these cases, where there is a high flight risk, they should be reporting 3 times a day, morning, midday, and again in the evening. There should be, obviously, apart from surrender of any travel documents, there should be conditions of residence in particular places, and curfews as well would be wholly appropriate, say between 8 p.m. And 7 a.m. The next morning. That particular suspects should not go to particular areas of Hong Kong, such as the port areas and the beach areas, which are used obviously sometimes for people to catch ferries and so on, to take them out to outlying boats and then making their escape that way. In Canada, she has had to produce 4 sureties, and in addition, she's had to wear a GPS tracker. We've seen how electronic trackers have been used in relation to people who are geofenced for coronavirus quarantine purposes, and if it could be used for those purposes, then there seems to be no reason why it shouldn't also be used in relation to bail. People who are put on bail in order to ensure that their movements can be tracked to an extent. It's used in Canada successfully, and there seems to be no reason why it should not be used here. So these are the type of measures which need to be considered, and the type of considerations that need to be borne in mind when bail is being considered, and then again when bail is granted.